I am Sir Drinks a Lot, and welcome back. This is Lap It Up, my drink review series. And today, I thought I'd do something a little fun. Kind of done it before, the glass bottles. But today's drink is Pepsi. Got a story behind Pepsi, actually. Never was a big fan. Not that it was bad, just that big Dr. Pepper head back in the day, and sorry, get my cap in my pocket. Dr. Pepper was my thing. Years of my late adolescence drinking Dr. Pepper. Then I went to Japan. It's kind of hard to get some Dr. Pepper, or at least where I was. Ended up having to go to a store in a bigger city. There was a foreign goods store, and in the back, in a small fridge, was a 6-pack of cans, and they were dented. So I bought those immediately. But the thing is the reason why I say Pepsi is because Pepsi's kind of big over there. Pepsi and Coke. And one of the things that I would do, I was working on a fantasy novel at the time. I'd come in every day after school to the center where I was staying and asked to use the computer, and I'd write for a little bit. And what I had decided to do was that whenever I would get a good amount written, I would have myself a soda. And it's only like one can, one can at a time, looking like $1 a can almost. A little less than that, but really close to it. Because of the 100 yen coin is mostly what you use to get the drink. So, and it was this kind of became a little bit of a ritual thing. When I wrote, I'd have a Pepsi, because the machine didn't have anything else. I could have gone to the store and gotten some Cokes, but I didn't really, When I got back from Japan, I kind of fluctuated, stayed with Pepsi, and then I met somebody and they drank Coke, so I ended up kind of drinking Coke. But so yeah, Pepsi. It's not a bad thing. It's really, I've enjoyed it myself. And let's get some of the information here. 1 bottle per serving, 150 calories. You're looking at 0 fat grams, 35 milligrams of sodium, 39 grams of carbs, and yeah, all that fun jazz. They put that in front of me. Thank you. Yep, caramel colorings and all that fun stuff. But I don't know. Pepsi's one of those big company things. And every time I think of Pepsi, I think of the movie Enemy Mine, where he's going to go find his son, Samis, and the space slave traders have him, and he finds where the liftoff pad is, or something. Doesn't know. He sees a Pepsi, the new fangled kind of Pepsi can looking thing, and he realizes the slavers are human. It's really cool. But anyway, let's give it a go. Yep, smells like Pepsi. I think there is a difference. It's not a major one. You get like a plastic bottle or a can versus the glass bottle. I don't think there's. I think the glass bottle is in my opinion, the more truer form. Pepsi. It's good. It's a good flavor. So you can taste that little bit of that caramel. Guess what they had in there? Is it? Oh, no, it's just caramel coloring. Okay. Azúcar. Azúcar. Something called azúcar. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it makes me feel like I should be worried that the gatekeeper and the keymaster have gotten together and they're raising azúcar instead of but I like it. It's got more of a body to it. But then again, normally, if I get Pepsi, I don't usually get them in the bottles. I'll get it at a restaurant that doesn't have Coke. Like, yeah, I gotta have a Coke. We got Pepsi. Okay, fine. Whatevs. I'm not picky. Anyway. As for most things, this is something that I've had before, but it is nice. This is a nice little slight difference. I kind of like it. So I would obviously give this a 4 and an 8. They're both ones that I've had in the fridge. The glass bottle thing I would probably get again. I don't know if I keep the glass bottles in my fridge. It's just there's a recycling for glass, and that should be done if you can do it in your own way. Now, sometimes people will complain that like recycling, like I read somewhere where somebody said, well, we put everything in the recycling bins, and then we saw the dump truck come and get it, and it took everything, and it's the same dump truck just takes everything else. So what's the point if we're all just putting it all in the same trash anyway? And I get that, and I don't know if that's the same everywhere, or if that was the same that what they were seeing was actually what they thought they were seeing. It could have been a dump truck specifically for that, those would have been sorted, somewhere else. But yeah, try it. People complain about it, but at least like making the effort. If more people made the effort, more likely some things would get sorted more than others. Depending on where you are. I mean, I've always said no good thought is useless, even if it doesn't get implemented. There's no fruition of it. As long as a lot of people were trying, that's a start. Anyway, that's a bit of philosophy for you. I don't know. Anyway, I am Sir Drinks a Lot, and I am wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all, down to the last drop. Catch you guys in the next one.